What's up? What's the word?
I will say this is not. It's not gonna be a relationship show because I'm so tired of them. But we can get into somebody who has some relationships that might be fucking up his empire. So Sean Diddy, Puffy Combs, Brother Love just stepped down as the chairman of Revolt.
As he should.
It's getting spicy over there, man. It's getting spicy, and I want to propose this, right? Because we was talking about like, because it's like outside of him, like you had Cuba Gooding Jr., you had Marcellus Wiley, Steve Harvey, you got all these different people. They got all these. You say what, bro?
Trey Songz.
Trace, well, he did Trace. I don't know with. All these different people, like these cases have just been coming out within the past week. Remember when I was on here when I said, like, yo, if you want to change what goes on in hip hop entertainment down behind closed door, take it to the legal and do like a class actions lawsuit, and everybody was like, "No, you don't do it like that."
I do not remember you. I do not
Yeah,
remember
literally,
that.
me and Jay was going back and forth, and I was like, "Yo, if you want to change their behavior in this, like, we ain't got to sit here and talk about it. Y'all want to sit here, don't talk about it. Let's do it. Like, do a Rico. I basically just said, do a Rico with this. Y'all go after all they ass. They proof. Do it the legal way. And as we just seen, allegedly with they situation, if you come correct and got everything in order, like there is no blackball, there is no silencing. You know what I mean? So I think that's would probably be the best way, like people just really coming together and not because Bree was trying to speak on this earlier, that she feel like she don't want it to be a money grab. So people just coming out just saying, "Oh yeah, this happened to me." You know what I mean? Like I think it need to be real precaution. I think they need to get like how it be like a class action lawsuit, and with the cars and shit. I think they need to find one lawyer and they need to group all this shit together and just Rico everybody that be on some misconduct shit. Rico all their ass in one swoop.
Okay, I do remember you bringing up Rico's about it.
Go out to all their ass. And I got so much pushback for that. Like, no, we gotta talk about it. No, we don't need no. I don't need anything with me to go on no more podcast, do no interview. If a did some foul shit, take it. Because I learned one thing. Becoming a Kappa, and it's one thing they told me, like, you either going is either gonna hurt you physically or they gonna tap your pockets. But there's no you ain't no way you escaping this shit. So so hey, if you can't send them to jail or you can't personally harm them, go tap them pockets. Stop being rapey then. That's gonna make them the next month stop being rapey because this shit is getting out of hand. Like, why is all these dudes feel like they can just like the stories be crazy. Like the girl that said she was with not Uncle Luke, but what's dude
Yeah,
Aaron Hall,
Hall, yeah.
the one that Chris dropped. Like that shit is crazy because she fits in with a good body. Y'all, that is crazy.
I
Like,
also feel like it was. I felt like he was gonna step down from Revolt because even when I was reading the lawsuit from that Cassie presented, she sued everybody but Revolt. So I feel like it's more so of like he don't have to, but in order to protect what you have left, you have to step down from
Something even tells me that he didn't want to. Um, it's given like because it came a week later after other allegations started coming forward. I feel like if if Cassie was the only allegation that had come forward, I think he'd have tried his hand and still sitting on the chair and they would have waited for it to blow over because they settle so quickly. Give it a couple more news cycles, it'll be fine.
Yeah,
But I
and she
feel like,
literally sued she sued Combs Enterprises, Bad Boy Records, she sued everybody except for Revolt.
mm-hmm.
That's what I was waiting to see. Like, was he gonna step down?
But I think when these other allegations came forward, he probably knows there's likely going to be more coming now because things happen in numbers and the energy's picking up and people want to finally out the truth. I feel like his team had to sit him down because Diddy, like everybody talks about how Diddy's a narcissist. I don't know this man. I acknowledge that, but like a lot of things I will say about like personality disorders or just like a lot of psychology type stuff when you can kind of see people's personalities and you don't even have to know them. That stuff be textbook stuff, bro. Like you can literally go open a textbook, look up a narcissist, and I guarantee you he fit like 10 out of 15 of the descriptions. So it's one of those things where like a narcissist ain't gonna be like, you know what, I should step down for the betterment of this company. I really feel like his team had to sit him down and be like, look, if you don't want to be out here swimming in these waters by yourself, you're gonna have to come up off this chairman seat because
Mhm.
other people's lives are now at risk and you can't be sitting here talking about, oh, I didn't do this or I did it 20 million years ago or now he brother love. Back then I was in a dark place. Nobody even care about all that. You know what I mean? I feel like this was a forced move from his team.
So fact check me on this, right? But you can't sue revoke.
Why not?
And
I don't
I just learned this from the meeting I had with Chuck. Shout out to Chuck. If y'all need entertainment lawyers, we got a good one here in Chicago. Good brother. Make sure y'all get him. But having to meet with my attorney, um, you have to separate all your business entities.
Mhm.
So a company such as Revolt, Diddy doesn't own. You know what I'm saying?
He
So
co
he don't have that. So you suing after him, he don't have those assets, right? So you can't sue Revolt because he doesn't technically own that.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? That's like if somebody was to slip and fall in your home, right? In a building or property you own, they slip and fall or some fucked up some shit between and they try to sue you, right? You own the home. The home is in your name, so they can come after you and all the assets you own, right? But let's say a real estate trick that a lot of people say when getting into real estate, put the property, if you're going to be a landlord, put the property in the business name, right? So now they only can sue the assets of that LLC or whatever that business is, right? They can't personally sue Cindy or Bree or nothing like that. They only can get the assets of of that company have, right? So Diddy have ownership in Revolt and have a position in Revolt, but that's a job. The CEO of Revolt is Detavia. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So as a board member, he can step down, but he doesn't own Revolt. You know what I'm saying?
Which I feel like makes sense because if she, to your point, Brie, if she came for everybody but Revolt, I'm sure her lawyers didn't leave them out as a courtesy. It was probably just because there was no legal way for them to. You know what I mean? So it's just like,
That was more so of a look thing. That was more so of a. That was just more so of a.
I mean,
If I'm here, like it's gonna look bad and people doing business with us. So for all the people that's getting money, that's like Russell Simmons, right? Russell Simmons stepped down from shit. I forgot what he was over when he had them allegations. He stepped back.
I
What was
just think it's wild that he could, like, everybody just knows he went across the world to evade all consequences from, like, these rape allegations and charges.
Oh yeah, he.
And it's just what it is. Like, folks got out of Dodge and we just said, okay, he lives there now. He can't be extradited. Like,
if it wasn't
that's the
if it wasn't rape allegations and charges, I would champion that move.
Yeah, like, and I don't know. I guess to your point, you saying like all of this stuff is wild and thinking about it, I 100% agree. And there are no buts to follow that statement. But I think a and to it is that's the culture. And I'm not saying that that makes it okay. Like, I'm not going to justify it because your face look like I'm not. There is no justification. What I'm trying to get at is like your point about how this has to be a Rico, like how you take things down. It's like, yeah, when it's been this way for so long, like I feel like some people, you know, we're all born good according to whatever karmic law or God or whatever you follow, right? Like we're all born pure and it's life that taints you. For me, I feel like some of these people walk into this industry and they weren't even tainted. Like I don't even think people were educated enough about like even today, like what classifies as rape. You know what I mean? So like, but after a certain point, you know right from wrong. So that's why there is no justifying it. That's why all of the
Mhm.
ass need to go down on the list. Because after a certain point, you know from that gut feeling, like even though you just seen all the guys run this girl, you could look in her eyes and you could tell she don't really want this, but you do it because the guys did it because you was told to do it. You know what I mean? That and when you ignore that gut feeling, you just made a choice to get on the wrong side.
Why are you looking like that?
You just made a choice to get on the wrong side of things.
That
Period. Like that. You
that goes back into that gray area.
here we go. Okay, so let's not go down a gray area rabbit hole today because that's not even where I'm going with it.
With that specific scenario.
That specific scenario. If you know your gut is telling you to get fuck out of here, and you still have sex with this person again. They laying there and they could barely even fend for themselves. That's like at frat houses when girls be getting too drunk at parties and now they passing out, but y'all
You
all
add,
say
you add, you add, you add an element. You add a different element. That's why.
it's the same thing. It's gang rape. We're all in a room. It's just about if we're in the entertainment industry or a frat house. This
It,
person's incapacitated. I'm seeing her eyes. She don't want it. She's probably said no to the first 5, but now she tired of saying no. But I'm gonna still do it anyway.
that goes. That's what I'm saying. There goes the gray area, right? So the gray area in running the quote unquote train, right? So yes, incapacitated. She said the words. Look what you're saying. The words you're saying. She said no. Like there's no consent in there at all. But you just but initially before you said those things, you said was she did X, Y, and Z, and your gut feeling telling you
They
like
did X, Y, and Z. I'm not one, and I'll give you that. That is
she
exactly what I
participated. She
said. Right.
participated, and then
But
when it got to your turn, you could tell she was a little tired and probably she didn't want it. And
so
the
thank
gut
you for
feeling.
pointing that out because you're right. But and all that lets me know is I did not communicate clearly. I was not trying to say she was down for the first 5, and now it's your turn. She's not down for
Oh,
you.
anytime it was no consent, one is
Yeah, my point is she wasn't down at all.
well, then that's wrong. But in the gray area, when I was talking about in the gray area, because when you said that, like they haven't when people do stuff like that, it's a lot of times where there's consent.
Possibly, yeah, but you know where it's no longer a gray area. I don't
When
care.
she
I
tell
don't
you
care
to
right now.
stop,
I
or
lay
if
down
you
and
see
I
that
had
she's
sex with 10
too
men straight.
inebriated.
If that 11th one comes in and I don't want to have sex with him, I have the right to say no and get up. Period.
Exactly.
And but I might not feel safe enough to get
So I
up.
need more. That's why we need more guys. I need more guys.
No,
I
because
need more
anybody
guys on
wants
this
to
show.
deny that, Cody, it's
Because
irrelevant. I don't care if I fucked 15 right now. Excuse my
If
language.
I tell
you know what I
no
was
to
gonna
the
say?
16 man, it's a
You never
no.
know what I was gonna say.
Baby, no, it's none left for you. I'm sorry. And then
What you gonna
the
say,
minute
Cody?
them try to keep me in there or start trying to coerce me, damn, you gonna do my boy like that? Damn, this the CEO of Bad Boy Records. Like, damn, you done gave it to the
All
whole
that
team.
shit.
You ain't gonna give it to my home.
All that
That's
shit is rape.
coercion. That's coercion.
That's coercion and rape. You're 100% right. All I was going to say is
Ooh, you
I've
finna
been in situations like that
my
where
outside finna
you
come out.
you
Stop
you
playing
was the first and the second, and then when the third dude come and show you like, nah, I'm good with everybody but y'all two but him. And dude be sitting there looking salty. So I'd have been in situations like that where women have been like, and this is younger years when I was a teenager. Like
Who
teenagers,
fault is that? You just gotta chuck it up and take your
yeah,
L.
he took it over and took an L. Like he felt salty. Ain't nobody make him do this shit. So yeah, you 100% right. Like I'm not disagreeing because at the end of the day, it don't matter what the act that you're doing. If she consents or he consents, it's consensual.
But the point I was trying to make with all of that though is there's not enough education around what like even how we got to the point about how you can coerce people into things and that classifies as rape. Like people we try to make consent as black and white as a yes or a no. I'm watching a morning show right now and I just seen the
Love
episode
that show. I put Cody onto that show.
I just seen the episode where Mitch and where they break down like him and one of the black girl with the curly hair. She never uttered the word no, but like from her body language to her
You
saying
can
this
tell
isn't
she
what I
didn't want
came
to do
here
that.
for, to all these things he knew. And you know when she told him this isn't what I came here for, his automatic response was I know, but doesn't it feel good? That's manipulation. That's coercion. Like you just raped this woman. Like then and that happens all too often and then men get to get off and feel like oh it was a gray area she never said no she didn't push me off decide think about how you just locked her mind down bro who gonna feel first of all you a man 9 times out of 10 like you would sometimes yes you have to fight or flight whatever but there's a lot of situations that it's just proven it's in the pudding your fight or flight might not even kick in because you're that locked down like your nervous system starts doing something you've never experienced before like there's even in smaller scenarios, bro. Like I can think about situations where men have verbally assaulted me by the things that they just kept saying to me about my body and feeling it was okay to put their hands on me. And the Cindy, y'all know that don't even play that. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I stood there like just trying to understand what was even happening to me. I didn't get loud. I didn't do these things because it didn't my brain couldn't even process how is somebody I trust and I'm close to even with me like this right now. So it's just like I don't think people there just needs to be more education around is what I'm trying to say. So while there is a yes, Rico's how you bring it down or whatever, how do you reform it? You reform it by we need to start like all these sexual trainings you gotta do at work and stuff, they need to be far more in depth and understanding. Like it's much bigger than yes or no, and black or white. Like
Hey, what's up? What's the word?